welcome to my channel. My name is Abby. If you're here for the first time, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you officially join the family by clicking the subscribe button just on your screen, and when you do, please turn on the notification bell as well. That way you get notified whenever there's a new video on this channel. And my returning subscribers, thank you ever so much for always rocking with me. The family is growing. I'm excited. I'm happy that the family is growing, so thank you so very much. I have a bit of gist and a bit of update. This past week has had me so nervous and anxious and all of that, and that's because I've been working towards getting my driver's license so that I can officially legally drive in the province of Alberta in Canada. Now, I was a driver in Nigeria, a qualified driver in Nigeria. Yes, I had a proper driver's license in Nigeria. So a bit of backstory. I arrived to Canada, as some of you may already know, in 2019, November 2019, right? And I arrived right in the thick of winter. I had no reason to sort of drive around, so to speak, a lot at that time because I was a nursing mom at the time. My son was still very much a baby. Yeah, it was about 7 months when we arrived to Canada. Therefore, I didn't feel the need for me to actually, get started on the process of qualifying to drive here in Canada. However, my husband decided to do so he pretty much was the one who drove us and drove me around whenever I needed to move around. Now, summer last year, which is summer 2020, came, and then a lot of people were talking about getting their driver's license, and there was so much excitement, and I thought to myself, I mean, when are you going to sort this out? But you know what, I've realized that I was low-key scared of getting started on the process, and I realized that, you know what, there is actually a spirit of fear, and that spirit dominated my mind for so long when it came to getting qualified to drive here in Canada. And I'll put it in context for you. So when you drive around here, there are a lot of road signs. Every intersection, with the exception of a few, has a road sign. There are road signages everywhere, and I thought to myself, wow, this is rather overwhelming. I am not sure that I will be capable of grasping everything that comes with driving here, because there's a lot to look out for. There's a lot of mental agility you have to have when you're driving, because you have to watch your road signs, you have to watch the car in front of you, the car coming behind you, the car coming beside you, and all of that. And the spirit of fear just really dominated my mind, and I thought to myself, you know what, I'm going to stall this for as long as possible. Now, spring broke officially this year, and my husband started hinting on the fact that, he felt it was time now for me to, get started on the qualification process, and I said to myself, nope, I am not ready. Eventually, I started to pick myself up and try, So, and that was born out of, first of all, my husband going on and on about how he wishes I could drive on my own in certain places, and I thought, nope, you're taking me. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna get a Uber, right? Anyways, in the community group, in one of the community groups that I am on WhatsApp, quite a few of my acquaintances and some of my friends, actually 2 of my friends in there, decided to take their tests, and they passed, they qualified, and they got their driver's license. And I thought to myself, okay. So within a space of 3-4 months, within a space of 3-4 months, 3 of my friends here got their driver's license, and quite a few other acquaintances in the community group actually qualified as well. There was a particular driving instructor whose name kept coming up multiple times and whose services was highly recommended, so I saved his number. I saved the number. I never contacted him at the time. Friend 1 in this case recommended him. Friend 2 passed and also recommended him, and several other acquaintances in the group kept mentioning his name, and I thought, okay, there's something about this guy, maybe I'm just gonna go ahead and use this guy now. And now, before you actually do the road test, right, it's very similar to the British driver's license qualification system, in the sense that you have to do a theory test, which we refer to as class 7 here, and then you have to do the road test. Now, though, for you to actually drive, which is the road test, right, we call that class 5. Now, there are two types of class 5. There's class 5 basic and there's class 5 advanced. So I decided, you know what, I mean, at some point my friends were even dissing me, like, you don't even have class 7. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna study for this class 7 and I'm gonna get on with it. So I took my class 7 test the first time. I didn't pass. I didn't pass. I registered for it the following week. Now, on the day that I was going to take the second test, I was in such an emotional funk and a mental funk as well. And that actually carried on through the entire morning that I went to take the test. Well, I didn't pass the second time either. I didn't pass. So I came home, I sat down, I got out of my funk, and I said to myself, listen, Abby, you're going to take this test again next week, the third time, and you are going to pass. I took the class 7, I took the class 7 test the third time, and glory, hallelujah, I passed. Now I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna let this fester, since I have this ginger, this desire to get it out of the way. I contacted the instructor whose name has come up multiple times, and I've been highly recommended. So I contacted him. I contacted him about what I needed and all of that. So we set up a structure as to how you know, my practice sessions were gonna go and all of that. And the day of my test finally arrived. Now, I need to mention the fact that throughout, or for the most part of my practice sessions with my instructor, for some weird reason, I was always so nervous and shaky, because again, like I said, I was really petrified as to, you know, breaking any driving laws, because there were so many signs to watch out for. Interestingly, on the day of my test, when my examiner arrived, the nerves flew out of the window. I was really surprised at myself. I was so calm. And one of the things I supposed to tell him was, the guy said to me, listen, assume that I'm not in this vehicle, and assume that you're my friend and you're taking me for a ride. That's it. When you're taking your test, there's a tab where they're recording and scribbling and all of that. You just basically, you know, giving you marks as to your performance. But the guy hit it so much that I couldn't even see anything. I mean, I was focused on the road anyway, so I didn't even try to spy or anything. We got back to the registry, and the guy sort of did a run through as to my performance, the things that I needed to, the things that I did, that he considered that I did well, and the things that he felt, you know, I needed to work better on, and all of that. And I was thinking to my head, oh my God, just tell me, did I pass or fail? And the guy eventually said, congratulations, you passed. I jumped out of the car. Before I jumped out of the car, I said to the guy, I can argue right now about COVID. And the guy said, okay, you know what, fist bump. So we did a bit of chop knuckles, and I jumped out of the car. I was jumping off. I was just being so dramatic. Everybody in front of the registry was just having a good laugh, because I mean, they understood that this lady just passed a driving test. And my instructor who took me on my practice sessions was just right across the road coming over, and the guy was already smiling because I was waving. Oh my God, I honestly wish someone filmed my reaction. It was hilarious. I was so happy. I was so grateful. I was absolutely grateful to God, because I kept telling God, I was like, God, please don't shame your girl. Whatever it is that you're going to set up to align in my favor for me to pass this test on my first attempt, Lord, do it for your girl. Anyways, So I passed my test and I have been so delighted. Now, going back to what I said initially about the spirit of fear, the day that I passed my test and I took a drive later on in the evening, there was actually nothing to be scared of. There was actually nothing to be afraid about. And tell you what, I drove the following day alone, you know, and I was like, wow, it's actually not that bad. So yes, your girl passed a driving test, and now I am officially a driver in Canada. Well, specifically in my province, which is Alberta. So if you're arriving in Canada and you're going to be based in, if you're arriving Canada, you're settling in Alberta and you're going to be based in Calgary, if you would like to use the Northwest Registry for your driving, to register for your driving test, I'm going to leave the details of my instructor who took me on my practice session, sessions in the description box. I'm going to leave his name and his contact telephone number. He is an amazing instructor. I had such a relaxed time with him. If you live in Canada already, regardless of whatever province you're in, if you are yet to take your driving test because of fear, I am here to testify and to let you know that you are going to conquer your fear if you put your mind to it. It's nothing really. Go for it and pass. Yes, that's my gist, guys. I'm happy and excited, as you probably can tell. Thank you so very much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel just yet, please subscribe to my channel so that you know, so I can give you guys so much more just about life as a Nigerian immigrant in Canada and everything else in between. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.